Hey everyone, it's Dr. Scott and welcome back to the Game Closet. Today we are diving deep into the Xbox 360's legendary library, specifically the top-rated Xbox 360 games you can still enjoy on your Xbox Series X. I previously made 3 videos highlighting some awesome 360 games playable on the Series X, but those weren't necessarily the creme de la creme. Mwah. This time, we're focusing on the absolute best, the top-rated titles. I have compiled an aggregate rating score of the top-rated games by scouring sites like Metacritic, IGN, GameSpot, Reddit, and maybe even consulting Homer Simpson on his favorite steaks. I have compiled a list of the absolute best, including the current CIB price charting values. Let's jump in.
For me? He think
It's all-out war. Modern Warfare 2 throws you into a gripping single-player campaign filled with intense action, jaw-dropping set pieces, and morally gray choices. I am mainly a campaign-playing guy. I really don't like playing games online, and even this game was great to me when it was online originally. While the online multiplayer, which once featured iconic maps like Nuketown and Wasteland and thrilling team-based combat is no longer active, its legacy still remains. You will see that some of the modern Call of Duty games will actually rehash those Nuketown and Wasteland and a couple of the other maps that are classic maps for current games. You know, Modern Warfare redefined competitive FPS with its innovative gameplay and captivated millions of players worldwide, including me. Now, you could be a seasoned veteran, or if brand new to the series, Modern Warfare 2 on the 360 remains an adrenaline-fueled masterpiece in my opinion, and for just under $10, you can grab a copy and pop it in your Series X and have a ton of fun. It is number 10 on this list, and we've got several more to go. Number 9, the Orange Box. Oh man, this was a steal. You get Half-Life 2, Portal, Team Fortress 2, and all the expansions in one package. It's like Valve said, here, have a mountain of games for the price of a pizza.
1, 2, 10. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Half-Life 2 is a masterpiece in its own right, and Portal is pure genius. And Team Fortress 2, still one of the most fun multiplayer experiences ever. And I actually did get to play this on the PlayStation 3 because I had this game for the PS3 before I had it for the 360. Therefore, I got to play it for free on the PSN network. Even though you can't play it online anymore traditionally, it's a great game. So if you can hook up to a network somewhere and play it, play it. Honestly, the Orange Box is a collection that is a time capsule of gaming history, and it's incredibly fun to play even today. Except maybe the physics puzzles in Half-Life 2. Those things can get frustrating even for a seasoned gamer, but I'll tell you what, if you are going to play anything first, I say play Portal. It was not an afterthought when it came to its engineering and how they developed it. It's so fun, and it can be very humorous at the same time, but prepare to put a little time in because Portal is no walk in the park, especially if you're not into little brain teasers, and sometimes the Portal game will bend your mind a little bit. I have a lot of fun with it. I've never touched Portal 2, and I can't actually wait to check that game out as well, which I've been told is absolutely fantastic. So for right around $30, you are getting this masterpiece of a collection that you can play on your Series X, and you'll put a lot of time into it because there's so much in this wonderful collection. Number 8 is Atari 2600 Pac-Man. Just kidding, just kidding. Number 8 is Mass Effect 2. Now this is a game that sticks with you. You're Commander Shepard and the galaxy is in danger. You've got to assemble the best crew in the galaxy, each with their own unique skills and personalities. The story is gripping, the combat is intense, and the choices you make have real consequences. You'll face tough decisions, foreign alliances, and ultimately decide the fate of humanity. Now, back when it released, I thought the Mass Effect series was just going to be a sci-fi franchise copycat of the Halo franchise, and I judged it totally wrong. Mass Effect 2 is a masterpiece of sci-fi storytelling and a must-play for any RPG fan. The Mass Effect franchise is totally different from Halo, and Mass Effect 2 is rated the best one of the series. And I am so glad that I was wrong back in the day. Of course, you can get the remastered trilogy all on one disc for Xbox One and Series X, but if you already have these masterpieces in your collection, you don't really need to get them unless you are just looking for the remaster treatment.
What the Lazarus Project did for me.
Number 7 is Gears of War. Now, the name alone evokes images of intense combat and a gritty, war-torn world. You play as Marcus Phoenix, a disgraced soldier fighting to save humanity from the Locust Horde, a terrifying enemy that emerged from beneath the surface of the planet Serra. The brotherhood between Marcus and his partner Dom, two hardened soldiers who rely on each other for survival, is both hilarious and inspiring. Their banter, their camaraderie, and their shared sacrifice make them one of the most iconic duos in video gaming history. Their loyalty toward one another will make you question your own friendships. The over-the-top action combined with a rock-solid cover system creates intense and visceral gunfights. When Gears of War burst onto the scene, it really redefined third-person shooters with its cinematic presentation and intense character-driven story. I have played it again and again and again, and I almost always have someone playing by my side split screen. It is the perfect game for local co-op, and I will never forget playing at a friend of mine's house when I was going to college. And my gosh, I thought this game is just mind-blowing, and I could not wait to get a second one. And of course, a second one came along, and a third one came along, and Judgment was actually, I love Judgment. Some people really don't, but I do. But here it is. Here's Gears of War, and it's number 7 on this list. And for $5.70, hey, you can't go wrong. Fallout 3 is number 6 on this list, and it throws you into the post-apocalyptic wasteland where danger lurks around every corner. You emerge from Vault 101 and explore the irradiated ruins of Washington, D.C., encountering mutated creatures, encouraging unique characters, and making choices that will shape your destiny. Now, I am not really into RPGs, but Fallout 3 is a massive RPG with incredible freedom and replayability. You can build your own character, explore a vast open world, and experience a story that's both thrilling and thought-provoking. While the VATS aiming system might take just a little getting used to, it adds a very unique and tactical layer to the combat. And it's what kind of drew me into this RPG because I was able to use that to my advantage. Fallout 3 redefined open-world RPGs and set the stage for a new generation of immersive gaming experiences. I'll tell you what, I really like 3, but I like 4 even better. Plus, Liam Neeson is your dad in this game, and if something happens to you, you know what he's gonna do.
I will kill you.
Fallout 3 is a whole whopping $5.75 these days, and you know what? It's gonna give you a VATS bang for your buck because it's a lot of game for very little. Rated number 5 on the list is Halo 4, and joining me from the future is none other than the Master Chief himself. Hi, Chief.
Halo 4 placed on your list at number 5? That low, really?
I only assembled the aggregate list from an actual review numbers, Chief. I had nothing to do with the reviews or the scores themselves.
Cut! I've got bigger fish to fry, dude.
I swear, these stars these days. Number 5 is Halo 4. Master Chief is back in action.
Wake up, Chief.
Of course, the old enemies, the Covenant, are also back, but now the mysterious Forerunners that they've been talking about all this time have returned to show off just what high-tech and ancient evil really looks like. In Halo 4, there's an all-new story with new enemies and an arsenal of new weapons from the USNC and Forerunners that all make this Halo entry worth playing. Now, to be completely honest, I didn't care for the multiplayer maps since 343 Studios took over the franchise. They're all too bland, hard to determine where you're at, and even the small maps were way too big. Plus, 343 knew how to take what worked in the Forge and fuck that up too. The campaign is where Halo 4 shined. My bet is that the curiosity of a newly formed studio just for making Halo games allowed this game to get ratings as high as it received. In my opinion, I don't think it should be in the top 10 of the top rated games list. Either way, the campaign is worth your time and money. As I previously mentioned about the Mass Effect Remastered Collection, you can also get the Master Chief Collection, which contains Halo 4. The remasters of the Halo games have all met with criticisms for not being completely faithful gameplay-wise to the original versions of the games. Unfortunately, 343 Studios has become a hive for political activists rather than a game studio, and now that they've fully transformed into that, the Halo franchise is essentially dead. So if you want the purity of the original games, the way that Bungie intended, pop Halo 4 into your series and have fun, even though Halo 4 wasn't designed by Bungie.
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Number 4, Bioshock. Big Daddy is home. Bioshock plunges you into Rapture, a once promising underwater utopia now twisted into a nightmare. You'll encounter genetically modified splicers, wield devastating plasmids, and confront the philosophical questions of freedom and control. Now, Bioshock isn't just a shooter, it's a story-driven masterpiece with a haunting atmosphere. Your decisions in-game will determine different outcomes, so
Choose wisely.
it's a game that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Bioshock redefined storytelling in video games and left an indelible mark on the industry. There are 2 sequels to date, and we're eagerly expecting a 4th installment. Not holding my breath on that one, but we're waiting. We're still waiting. You do have the option of getting the Remasters collection too, but if you have the original, you don't have to shell out the extra cash, a whole $6. I'm playing it here on the Series X, and it's just beautiful. And I'll be honest with you, I have the Remasters collection for the PS4. I've never even put it in my console yet. So you can see how awesome this game is just from the looks of it on the Series X. So get your $6 out and give it a try. Number 3 is Red Dead Redemption. Hey, remember when I talked about Red Dead Redemption in that other video of mine? Well, it deserves another mention here. Well, it is on the list after all. This game is truly special. Forget everything you thought you knew about Westerns. Red Dead Redemption throws you into a stunningly beautiful and unforgiving world where the Wild West is fading fast. This game isn't just about shootouts, it's about honor, redemption, and the weight of your choices. You explore vast landscapes. As you can see, you can pretty much go about anywhere and do anything in this game. You'll hunt for food, play poker, and experience a story that will stay with you long after you're done with it. As an added bonus, the Undead Nightmare expansion is also playable on Series X, but that's a whole different story, and I'll tell you what, that one's great too. But it's not on this list. The original Red Dead Redemption is. So for $10 and 2 whole cents, Red Dead Redemption can be yours, and you can have a shootout in the Old West. Number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 4, Liberty City. You remember Liberty City, right? From GTA 3? Well, Rockstar did it again, and this time it's even more gritty, more real, and more unforgettable. This time around, you play as Nico Bellic, an immigrant chasing the American dream, which quickly turns into a nightmare. Grand Theft Auto 4 isn't just about shooting and driving, it's about the characters, the story, and how Nico navigates this crazy city. It has intense shootouts, of course, it's Grand Theft Auto 4 after all, and it also has wild car chases, though some might argue the car physics could use a tune-up, as they drove like shoeboxes filled with rocks. It's a roller coaster ride one way or the other. Once Grand Theft Auto made the jump to 7th generation consoles, it changed open world gaming forever. It's a must play, even today, even if the car physics aren't the best in this installment. And trust me, the car physics do suck. But it is a great story, and it still is a great game, and for $11, you're really gonna get your money's worth. Before I show you the number 1 top-rated Xbox 360 game that is backward compatible on the Xbox Series X, here are 4 honorable mentions. Number 11 is Bayonetta. Number 12 is Portal 2. Number 13 is Rayman Legends. And number 14 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And now for the number 1 top-rated Xbox 360 game that is backward compatible on the Series X. Halo Reach. Experience the epic conclusion to the Halo trilogy in Halo Reach. This prequel tells the heartbreaking story of Noble Team, a group of Spartans fighting for survival against the overwhelming might of the Covenant. You'll engage in intense firefights across diverse environments from the lush forests of Reach to the desolate surface of the moon. Halo Reach features a thrilling campaign, a deep and rewarding multiplayer experience, and a memorable cast of characters. The online campaign was absolutely amazing, and with The Forge, you could create your own maps and share them online. Unfortunately, you can't play the online portion of the 360 game any longer, but you can in the Master Chief Collection, which is arguably not quite the same. However, the campaign and local split-screen modes still offer hours of intense gameplay. Halo Reach is arguably the best Halo game in the franchise, even without Master Chief, and it's a personal favorite of mine. Many amazing Xbox 360 games are missing from the backward compatibility list. Of course, you can still play them on the 360, but they all run better on Series X. What's your favorite 360 game that you'd love to see added? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon.